is basically something like a middle way concept, right?
Diamond
Because
cutter?
diamond cutter inside there, we always hear the Buddha say, I say something, the name, it's just a name only, it's not really the name. There's nothing there.
It's a higher
Even the
middle way.
Dharma, it's a higher middle way, yeah, okay.
But be very careful when we say there's nothing there, you know, we will fall to the other extreme.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
when
understand,
we say,
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. You're welcome. Thank you, Raymond. I really like that. But I hope that I was like not very sure whether to what extent we can bring this up, because they always say that what I say is very religious. But my intention is, I believe the group of students, they want to hear that. And I believe that the students are ready. And I believe I want to hear, and I need to hear it also, you see. I'm not saying an expert, but I want to give what it is presented there, and we explore. I mean, if I don't understand, ask my teacher. And I got a very beautiful answer for you on the pen story later on at the end of the class, not right now. Okay. I asked my teacher. Okay. Thank you so much for coming back. Okay, 8:30 sharp. Thank you, Zane, Raymond, Rache, Jaslyn, Casey, Angela, and Jenny. I'm so happy to see all of you back. Okay, today is already class. Oh gosh, we are already in class 13, 12? Let me see. Class 12 on chapter 9 and 10. Chapter 9 and 10. Yeah, ACI 1, chapter 9 and 10 on class 12. Today is the 14th of March. And let us just jump in. I'm so excited. Okay, today is the final. I want to plant completion seeds. Thank you. I need that so much. Yeah. So just get ready. We are going to do a quick meditation to set our motivation and to help us to be able to focus better. So just close your eyes. Just relax. Relax. And relax. And just watch your breath until you hear from me. Now bring to mind the being who is a manifestation of ultimate love, ultimate compassion, and ultimate wisdom. See them appearing right before you just by way of you thinking of them. They are gazing at you with love, smiling at you with their holy great compassion. The wisdom radiates from them, a warm glowing glow encompassing you in its light. It feels so good to just stay here with them and admiring their good qualities. Then we hear them say, bring to mind someone who is hurting in some way. Think about how much you would like to help them. The worldly ways that you have tried or you might try. Recognize how those worldly ways fall short. How wonderful you'll be. We can also help them in some deep and ultimate way, a way through which they can stop their distress forever. That wish, go into intention and into a determination when you're ready. Now bring your mind back to your holy guide. They know what we need to know, what we need to learn, what we need to do. And so we ask them, please help me, Dad. Please teach me, guide me, and help me to understand. I'm so happy that we have asked, and of course, they agree. Our gratitude arises. I want to offer them something exquisite. We think of the perfect world that they teach us to create. Imagine we can hold in our hands and offer it to them, following it with our promise to practice what they teach us in the form of the refuge prayer. Here is the great love, filled with the smell of the incense, covered with a blanket of flowers, a great mountain, 4 lands, wearing a jewel of the sun and the moon. In my mind, I make them the paradise of the Buddha and offer it to you. By this deed, may every living being experience the pure world. Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamni Atayam. And over refuge until enlightenment to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the highest community. Through the merit I do in giving and the rest, may I reach Buddhahood for the sake of all beings. I go for refuge until enlightenment to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the highest community. Through the merit I do in giving and the rest, may I reach Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. I go for refuge until enlightenment to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the highest community. Through the merit I do in giving and the rest, I will become a Buddha for the sake of all beings. And may it be so. And bring your mind back to the space here. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Okay, when you're ready, you can bring your mind back to the space here. And we are going to start our class. Okay. Let's do a recap what we have done last week. Last week, we went into chapter 9, correct view of emptiness. And this is the third principal path. And it is very, very important. And without this, we cannot cut the root of the cyclic life. We cannot get out of samsara. We cannot get out of this dissatisfactory condition. And we learned that the two wings of the bird, which are the two collections that we need to have to reach our ultimate goal, Buddhahood. We cannot only have one wing. One wing you cannot fly. So we say that merit and wisdom, merit that refers to all the good deeds that we do, and then the wisdom to the understanding of emptiness. And if we only do merit, and the merit that you do is not steeped in wisdom, that is called bondage. How to let her in? How to let her in? I don't know where. Can somebody help me? Why she cannot enter? Where is she? I cannot see her. How to... Let me share the link in the... Okay. And we say if we only do good deeds without understanding the emptiness, that is bondage and not freedom. Similarly, if we only understand emptiness, we meditate, but we never go and do good deeds, it's also a bondage. So we need to study emptiness, and at the same time, we need to go and help people. So with these two, then only we can fly. We can be free and achieve our goal, whether it is nirvana, nibbana, or total enlightenment to become a Buddha. Hi, Yiching. Okay. Okay. So everything good? Okay, good. And then we learn the very first verse here that says that you may master renunciation. You may master the wish, which is the three principal paths, the first one and the second one. But unless you have the wisdom perceiving reality, which is the correct view of emptiness, you cannot cut the root of the cyclic life, which is the antidote to cut the root of the cyclic life. And so they ask us to make efforts to perceive interdependence, which we say, hey, very funny, huh? They say learn emptiness, then they say perceive interdependence. Then we say that two reasons for that, you remember? One is to prevent us from swinging to the opposite extreme, that if we think things are empty, then they don't exist at all. And the second thing is to help build us up. If we understand things are interdependent, then we know that they don't have any nature of their own. Then it helps us to understand emptiness. So then we move to the three schools to understand the interdependence. Okay? So for the first school, functionalists that consists of the first three schools, Abhidhamma, Sutri school or logic school, mind only school, their views of interdependence is things have causes. Things come from prior causes. Things without causes are impossible. Okay, things have causes. And then the independent school, which is another name is called the 50-50 school. It is a 0.5 school because altogether we have 4 main school. The first 3 already is under functionalists, left 1 school only. So half of the school. This is lower middle way, or we call it the independent school. They say that things are interdependent in the sense that they depend on their parts. They depend on their parts. They have parts. And they are more sophisticated in their explanation because they include unchanging things. Because the first school, they say things have causes, isn't it? Then this school say, hey, what about unchanging things? They don't have causes, but don't they exist? So independent school is more comprehensive and more subtle. They cover changing and unchanging things as well. They have parts, things have parts. And then the highest middle way, consequent school, which is our school, Geshe Michael, okay, the highest school. You say things are interdependent. Oh, the butterfly. Things are interdependent in the sense that they are a result of our projecting onto a basis of our projection. Things are interdependent in the sense that they are a result of our projecting onto a basis of our projection. Okay. What is the difference between the 50-50 school and this? The earlier school says that things depend on parts. Things exist because they have parts. Long time ago, many parts are available, but we don't have mobile phone. Why there's no mobile phone? Got parts, right? The mobile phone also got parts, right? Mobile phone got parts. Lacking one thing, which is seeds. So the implication school, this higher school, they explain the ultimate meaning of interdependence. See, the second school say things exist independence upon their parts. Got parts means they exist, got parts, okay. But until you name it and thinking about that, until your projection, until it comes from your projection, you don't have the things right. So where the projection come from? Seeds. In this life, this era, we have the seeds for us to see handphone. Handphone got parts long time ago. What? All the parts in the whole world, they have the parts. But what put all these things together? So the higher school explain the interdependence in the ultimate sense. Okay, they bring us up. They bring us up. Actually, if you want a shortcut, how it helps me to understand is like that. The functionalists, we say things on, there are things, these things, they have causes. Okay, they're interdependence because they come from prior causes, right? Yeah, there's something there, but they come from causes. Right. Then the second one, in the independent school, they have parts. the parts including, we establish existence by virtue of the thing appearing to me and my perceiving it. 50-50. Again, the independent school say things have parts, right? The parts including actually our part here. Things have parts. Okay, they have the parts, part. Okay, and also our parts. So how they say existence is established when the thing appear to me, when the thing appear to an unaffected awareness, their parts. So you can see that the independent school, they cut the self into half. So your way of grasping to the self is kind of like help you to slowly let go half of it. You can see that, okay? But doesn't matter, you don't have to know everything. I just say only, okay? You don't understand, just put one side first. And then the higher middle way, the consequence school or the implication school, we say that things are coming from our projection, 100% already. Can you see it not? They cut down the half until 100% your projection, including the basis, whatever the reasonable basis, they come from your projection. If you go looking for the basis that get the name, that get your label, that get the name, you cannot find it. You can try it. You can do experiment in your meditation. Very interesting. Very interesting. You know, I had in one of the in the Diamond Mountain the other day, the medicine Buddha, I was doing some sharing on that, and I actually wanted to bring this. Then I was told that a lot of new students to consider a lot of new students. I was thinking if I bring this out, later all run away or scared, So I toned down a bit. So for the higher middle way, the parts itself, the name that you put, the part, the name, you find the part you cannot find. Then the part of the parts, you can go and drill down. You just not able to find the thing getting your label. At the end of the day, you get the aha. That's how everything exists. That's how everything exists. That's why they say things exist independence of you thinking and naming it. There's a reason for that. But doesn't mean that you can just name it anything. Can I just name myself a princess? Cannot. There must be some reasonable basis. I don't have the seeds, the good seeds, to see myself deserving to be a princess yet. If I have a better seeds, I could have become a princess. Okay. So the higher school, at the end of the day, they are talking about 100%. You see, you try to, yourself from cut down to half, then cut into 100% coming from you. You don't grasp to the self. It is coming from you. Right? You coming from your seats, whether you see the handphone, you have the seats to deserve to see a handphone. Not by choice. Not by choice. We are forced by our projection, coming from our past deeds in the past. Coming from our past karma. So if you look at it that way, then you'll be able to see that, the school, not that difficult after all. Okay, not that difficult after all. Although you study, you cannot see the difference, like, my gosh, Don't expect to understand everything, please. Okay. This is my 9th year of studying. Maybe many of you much learn longer than me, but I'm a slow learner. I took 9 years for me to finally understand it a little bit more. Okay. Last time I just know how to sit for the final exam only. I don't understand. But I just right now I don't care. I just got the cert, but I don't really understand. But it doesn't matter. Remember my Triya say, just put it on the shelves. Just put it on a shelf. When the time comes, that the thing will fall in place. Yeah. Okay, so I covered the 3 schools on how things exist in dependence on the different school, whatever they call it to be, whether things have to exist. If things don't have causes, they don't exist. Okay, things are impossible without causes, the first one. Things are impossible without parts. The third one, things are impossible without somebody deserve to see it as something. And take note of in your homework question, I just want to highlight when Raymond actually brought it out, implication school. Things are interdependent in the sense that they are a result of our projecting. Normally we say a result of our projection. We normally say our projection, isn't it? But here, take note of the sentence, the full sentence, that they are a result of our projecting onto a basis of our projection. Why do they want to say that? Because the basis itself is also coming from our projection. And they explain the ultimate meaning of interdependence, which is coming from seeds. Okay, these are very important. The words are very important here. Think about that. Okay, and this I draw this myself. These are for myself one to cut down the self. These are for myself one, for me to remember what it is. Okay, and I want to read out this one also. It's also from the reading. They say that the last school is called implication school. They say that something is interdependence when we have taken 2 things, a reasonable basis that come from our seeds also, to be given a name, and a reasonable idea, means we, from our projection, reasonable idea to give it a name and come up with the object we gave a name. Okay, things are interdependent when they have taken 2 things, a reasonable basis to be given a name, come from the seeds. Not, you cannot call anything as you want by choice. You're forced to see it that way, and a reasonable idea, the projection, to give it a name. And then you come up with an object we gave a name. That was what we did in last week. Okay, and then we go into the duck. The duck. What is a duck? Duck is a self, right? Self. In Buddhism, we will say no self, no self. What do we mean by no self? What? No self? Then who is sitting here? Who is sitting here? No self? There's no self here. Are you sure there's no self? So when they ask you, is there a self there? We answer yes or no, so we die. See, answer yes, also die. Answer no, also die. So that kind of answer, yes and no. Yes and no. Is there a self or not? A self or not? So you must say yes, why yes, no, why no. So you must explain yes, why no. Yeah. Why no self? There is no self that come. There's no self-existent self. There is no self-existent self, or there's no self that come from their own side. And then we can then break down into the 3 schools later on to explain what they mean by a self-existent thing in the different school. And then we say, yes, of course there is a self. Somebody is sitting here, what? But not the self, not a self-existent self. So let's look at the 3 schools. We say the first school, what they say? What is the self must have causes, isn't it? Things must have causes. Correct or not? Things must have causes. So the self-existent self, the self that doesn't exist is the self with no causes. Easy, right? You relate back to what you learned just now. Just now, the first school, they say what? Things are interdependent in the sense that they have prior causes. Yeah, things are impossible without causes. Okay, so that means that the self with no causes is the impossible one. It's the no one you have to cross. The self with no causes is the impossible one, is the gacha, is a self-existent thing. Cannot. It's the one that doesn't exist. And then the self, according to the independent school, they say must have parts. Things without parts, things are impossible without parts. So what they deny means that they say no. They say deny the self-existing thing without parts. A thing without parts is a no. It's a gacha. It is a self-existent thing. It doesn't exist. Okay, and then the implication school says that things without me naming and thinking of it don't exist. Okay? So they deny the self-existing thing without me naming and thinking about them. That is a gacha. That is a duck. A duck is a gacha. Okay or not? It's the same like what we learned the three school.
Richard, the
Yeah.
last one a bit complicated. Can you maybe explain
last one,
maybe
the duck,
a bit in the the last
or the last
implication?
school, the last school.
Yeah, correct. That one
Okay.
a bit complicated. Maybe I can
Okay.
explain in layman term. Layman term.
Okay. When you see a yelling husband or a yelling boss, okay, that doesn't come from your projection. That is not coming your projection. That is a duck. A gacha that is not coming from your projection is a gacha.
Coming from my
Because
so gacha, sorry, so gacha is a self-existing thing, right? That means
yes,
is there the thing is there coming from us lah, not coming
gacha
from
is
us.
the one that doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
Hmm.
Oh, I thought self-existing thing is exist.
Cannot self-exist
Yeah.
without your parts, without your projection. The one that can exist
Oh.
without your projection.
Yeah, correct.
is a
Because
no.
there must be a cause and
Yeah.
effect, correct not?
Correct. Yeah. So no husband or the boss that yell at you, that come from your projection. Where your projection come from? The projection that come from your past karma. Where does your past
correct.
karma come from? The past karma that come from what you do, say, and think in the past. That plant the seed.
Yes.
Yeah. For you
Yes.
to experience this thing, this projection.
Mm.
Okay. So when you say a self-existent thing is the boss that yell at you without your projection, without your past karma.
No, wrong.
That come nothing from your projection. That one doesn't exist. That husband, that boss doesn't exist.
Yes. So there's an implication lah. There's an
Yes.
implication lah. Oh,
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, welcome. So we will look at how to apply in the next class, not next class, sorry, chapter 10. So now let me finish. We have finished, in homework, there are 3 questions. We finished 2. Let me do one more, the last one, which is on the ultimate reality and deceptive reality. Okay, the first one is, there are 2 divisions of truth. 2 divisions of truth. Okay. They call it truth, but actually it's a reality. It's better to understand as a reality. In Tibetan, it's called Denpa Ni. Denpa means reality. Ni means two, means a two reality. The first division of truth of the first reality is called deceptive reality. Kunzok Denpa. Say after me, Kunzok Denpa.
Kunsok tempa.
Denpa, yeah, Kunzok Denpa.
Kunsok tempa.
Okay, that is a deceptive reality. What is a deceptive reality? Here I write down here, all things to a normal person like me, I'm a normal person, appear or seem to appear or look one way, appear one way, seem to be one way, but really is different way. They don't match. And hence, they are deceptive. They fool you. They fool you. Look at the things around you. Look at the things around you. Those things that appear in your world that seem to look at, that seems to come from their side, but they're coming from you. Is there anything here which is not coming from you or not? You look at the room. Is there anything that is not coming from you? Can you find one thing that's not coming from you? No. Everything around you is deceptive reality. Because the way they appear and the way it really is does not match. The problem is we are seeing deceptive reality, but we don't know. We are seeing deceptive reality all the time, everything around us, but we don't know. Okay, Jackney seems to be out there on her own, but she's coming from my projection. She's coming from something in my mind. So Jackney is a deceptive reality. But I don't even know that until someone, when we study, then we say, oh, so my reality is a deceptive reality. Yeah. Oh, okay, now only I know it's my deceptive reality. My way, or one way easy to look at it is because of this deceptive mind that I have, everything I see, of course, we say the thing deceives us, isn't it? Deceive us, fool us. But who is fooling who? In a way, to me, I'm asking myself, who is fooling who right now? Yeah, my deceptive mind is the one that deceived me. As long as I have this deceptive mind, obviously, obviously the things are, my reality is a deceptive reality. Okay, so let's look at the next reality. The next reality I want to look at this slide. Okay, ultimate reality is called ultimate reality. Say, Dondam Dempa. Dundam Dempa. Okay, is ultimate reality. Ultimate reality means the emptiness of all things. It means the emptiness of all things. The fact that things are empty of self-nature. That all things have emptiness. Everything in our world, they have emptiness. The fact that things are not coming from something in your mind. Again, all things have emptiness. They are not something in your mind. I tell you, this one we struggle so long. But I'm very happy. I struggle, I didn't change it. I tell you one thing, when you learn, if you don't understand, don't change the positive. I remember I learned, we have a group of senior students, we all learn together. And we don't understand this, to be very honest. None of us understand. Okay. And we were struggling with all the not and the not, And then someone very clever, we will throw away the two not, negative become positive. And then, okay, it become a positive. Why? You can do that to help you initially, but you must always go back to the same sentence in a negative form. Because emptiness is a negative thing. It is absence. It is an absence of something that you think is there, but it's not there. Can you see that or not? Emptiness is the absence. It is something that is not there. So when you change to positive, you're holding on to, oh, this is emptiness, this is emptiness, you're holding on to that, you know. Emptiness is a negative thing. It is a concept. That's why we struggle it for years. And I'm very happy that I keep the negative. Okay, I turn to positive, but I will want to read it in negative. I want to memorize it in negative. I want it to be, I don't understand why, but I know that it's very important because Geshe always emphasize the double negative. Okay, even if you don't emphasize the double negative, you must keep at least one knot. You cannot take away both knots. Okay, you must at least have one knot there. One knot must stay. Okay, you have to work with that. You have to work with that. You listen. I listen for so long, I cannot understand that, you know, and I need to draw picture, then I understand. I draw picture, this is not something in my mind. This is something in my mind, not something in my mind. Not something in my mind, because only I can get the picture, the concept. You need to have that picture in your mind. If not, you just hear, I cannot get it for years. My teacher tell blah, blah, blah. I don't know what she's talking. I just cannot grasp it, you see. Just not able to grasp it. So I help myself to understand by drawing picture. I say, this is something in my mind. This one, not something in my mind. Okay, then this one, not something in my mind. Cross. Okay, that is the absence of the self-existence boss yelling at me. The absence of that, and that is the ultimate reality. It's difficult for us to grasp is because we don't perceive ultimate reality. We don't. Only Lord Buddha can perceive ultimate reality, and when we are in a direct perception of emptiness, other than that, we can just listen. And why it's difficult is you don't change the double negative. You don't understand, never mind. Memorize the sentence, okay? Try to work with the sentence. But the moment you change to positive, you're grasping onto something which is, you're grasping onto emptiness. Emptiness is not a positive thing for you to grasp there. It is the absence. This absence of what? In a simple term, absence of what you thought. What you think is there is not there. What you think is there is not there. The absence of that self-existent thing. And Lord Buddha perceived ultimate reality and the reality that we see. Okay? So concept-wise, we just accept that and then we work with that. And then let's look at the answer. How is the question like? Okay, the question, they say, name the true truth. The truth is a misnomer. It should be a true reality, and describe them briefly. A, ultimate truth or ultimate reality is the emptiness of all things. All things have emptiness. You have emptiness, I have emptiness, the thing have emptiness. Every situation got emptiness, 人事物 got emptiness. That is the fact that they are not anything which is not simply a projection forced upon you by your past karma. There is not a single thing that is not coming from your projection. Okay? Dundam Denpa. Just memorize the sentence and then work with that. Just put it one side. Don't worry if you don't understand. You will come to ultimate reality and deceptive reality in later ACI class. We will come back to the concept again. Deceptive truth or deceptive reality, sometimes mistakenly referred to as relative truth, which is all the normal things that you see around you, everything that in your world, where they seem to exist from their own side. Okay, they seem to exist from their own side through some nature of their own, but they are not. And therefore, they are deceptive. They deceive you. Okay, Anna? Okay. It's hard. I know it's hard. Yeah, but doesn't matter. It's not that you learn one time, you'll come back to the concept again and again and again. Yeah, but it's good to work with that, your mind. Yeah. Okay. So we finished nicely chapter 9 and I want to go into chapter 10. Yay! Okay. Yeah, Angela, give me a thumbs up. I'm happy. At least today I managed to go to chapter 10. Okay. Give me a minute. You can take 1 minute break because I need to set my PPT nicely. Okay. And I start my chapter 10. Chapter 10 will end with some practical way of how we can apply the concept. Okay, I'll start now. Jackney, are you there? Because I say I give 1 minute now. Maybe she goes somewhere. Nice to see you back. Okay, so let's start chapter 9, chapter 10, the last chapter on karma and emptiness. Okay, karma and emptiness. I want to start off with verse 11. Remember, we are learning the three principal path, the 14th verse, Lamrim, steps on the path to enlightenment, written by J. Songkapa to his disciple, Ngawang Drapa. Okay, so this is verse 11. Verse 11 is to let us know how to know when your analysis is still incomplete. Okay, so I'll read this. Okay, I get Jenny to read for me. Jenny, can you help me to read?
Sure. You've yet to realize the thought of the able. As long as two ideas seem to you disparate, the appearance of things, infallible interdependence, and emptiness beyond taking any position.
Thank you. So from here, they say there are two ideas that seem to you disparate, means that the idea of karma and the idea of emptiness. When you think of karma, you lose the emptiness. When you think of emptiness, you lose the karma. Okay, then means that your analysis is not complete. That's what they're trying to say. Why? Because they are the two sides of the coin. They are the two sides of the coin. Okay, when we think about karma, then we forget about emptiness. Where the karma come from? Okay, because of emptiness only karma can take place. Interdependence only can appear, right? When you think of emptiness, nothing. Because things are empty of self-nature, they are empty. That's why you can take on the form. The form can appear because there's emptiness. They are the two sides of the coin. Okay, so the moment if you think about karma, you lose the emptiness. When you think of emptiness, you lose the karma. Then you have yet to realize that means that your analysis is still incomplete. That's what they're trying to say. So let's look at verse 12. Jocelyn, can you read this for me?
Okay. At some point, they no longer alternate, come together. Just seeing that interdependent never fails. Bring realizations that destroys how you hold to objects, and then your analysis with view is complete. Now, here's what we mean.
That one is okay. That one is okay. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so the verse 12, they say, at some point, The karma and emptiness, they no longer alternate. They come together like the two sides of the coin. When you see the interdependence, because things are interdependent, and therefore they're empty of self-nature. Okay? Things are interdependent, so they don't exist naturally. They don't exist from their own side. And if you see that, sorry?
Sorry for interruption. So interdependence, that means the like it's a cause and effect, is it? Can I say that?
You can say that. Yes.
Okay. Okay, I get it. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, when you see the interdependence, cause and effect, they're interdependent, you see that things cannot exist naturally. They cannot exist from their own side because they're interdependent, right? Because things are interdependent, you start to understand, realize that things cannot exist naturally from their own side. Things cannot exist truly from their own side. And then they destroy the way how you hold on to objects. We say grasping. Why we study correct view of emptiness? We want to destroy this view, how we hold on to object, the grasping. And then your analysis with the view is complete. They are the two sides of the coin. Things are empty of self-nature, right? Things are empty of self-nature. And our karma is the one that supply the interpretation of the situation. Our karma provide, the interpretation, the appearance that come is from our karma. Can they coexist? Can karma and emptiness coexist or not? Okay, first thing you need to learn two Tibetan words first. Sutrim is what already? I memorized the word. Morality, if I'm not mistaken, morality. Tongpani is emptiness. Yeah, it's emptiness. This is very, very important. Can they coexist or not? Do they coexist? Just now we mentioned karma and emptiness, they coexist, isn't it? They are the two sides of the coin. Why? Emptiness is like the blank screen. It's like the blank screen. Whereas your karma will be the projection. The projection that whatever you see on this blank screen is coming from this projection that come from your past karma. So they are like the two sides of the coin. The karma is supplying the interpretation. The emptiness is like the blank screen that take on your projection. And of course, not by choice. Where the projection come from? The projection is forced upon you. Forced upon you by your past karma to see it in that way, to experience it in that way. But if we understand that, then we will not grasp to that. 执着, Chinese say, isn't it? Say it. Okay, so let's look at the question. This question come out in our homework. Let me read to you. Can the idea of karma that is ethics or morality, we call it sutrim, coexist with the idea of emptiness? Or do they contradict each other? Do they coexist or do they contradict? They coexist. Why? So explanation is like this. They are the two sides of the same coin. Things are empty in the sense that they are like a blank screen. And whether you see it one way or another depends on your projection forced upon you by your past karma, by what you do in the past, what you do, say, and think in the past. And therefore, they are completely intertwined. And if you truly understand that, what is going to happen? If you truly understand, you will keep your morality. Why? Because what you do, we say, what we do, say, and think, plant the seed. When they ripen, it will be projected onto this blank screen. Yeah. This is like the blank screen, like the projector. What movie you want to watch? The movie that you want to watch. Okay, so you plant the seed for you to experience what you want to experience. The good news, I like to look at it in a good news. That means that I can create my future. Right now, I cannot change, but my future, yes. So if we keep our morality, what do you mean by morality? Morality is like moral. When you go to primary school, I remember moral lesson, cannot do this, do this. 很讨厌 moral lesson. So I say, so morality, basically, so you don't do things that hurt people. Yeah, that's number one. Then do things that help people. Yeah, then you reach to higher goal. Help people, whatever you do first and second one, with a bigger heart, the love for everyone. The plant, the seeds become extra, super powerful. Supercharge the same action that you're doing. You keep your 10 virtues, 10 sumeter, right? You start out with that. Check your book. Check your book every day, check. Okay, 6. Cannot do 6, do 3. Cannot do 3, do 1. Try, start out with something. Then start somewhere, slowly you become better and better. Okay, so if you keep on checking your behavior, it will help you become a better and better person. It's not that you study today, you understand, my karma, okay, my karma create my reality, okay, I need to be moral, yay, okay, then you forget. Then the next thing, you go back to your natural reaction. Our natural reaction is, like I can say, for me, is not good. Our normal reaction, what we learn from young, from our culture, from how our upbringing, from the countless of lifetime seeds that I carry with me of how I misunderstand my world. So right now, what we are doing is we are going to swim against the tide, swim against the, you are swimming against that because of your understanding of karma and emptiness, not because somebody forced you, not because the teacher tell you what to do, not because ACI tell you what to do. You know what you do will be your future. What you do right now, plant the seed for you to see your reality in the future. And so you decide what you want. Don't beat yourself up. Be very happy. Rejoice that you're doing something. Be very, very happy. Yeah, it's okay. I always tell myself, okay, I try my best to do what I can. This life cannot come. Next life also okay. No problem. Okay. Okay, so we want to look at a practical example. How can we apply? How can we apply that? We see, we say, no self. We learn so much on duck. We say no self. Then we learn about karma and emptiness. How can that help me? How can that help me when I'm in this situation? Wait, okay. How can that help me? You want to try or you want? Okay, we go one round first, then you think about that. When we see a yelling boss, we say we learn already. Okay, I learned already. I see a yelling boss. Okay. Remember, number one, the yelling boss is not coming from him, not coming from his own side. I see him yelling leh. He's really yelling leh. Okay. 2, think about his blank. Okay, he's blank. We learn emptiness, right? He got his emptiness. is blank. But I see him yelling, Number 3, why I see him yelling is because my projection forced upon me to see him yelling at me from what I've done in the past. Keep on thinking about that again and again in your mind, and it helps you. Last time I'm very angry. I'm an angry person. I like to scold people. When I was a boss, so I think only I can scold people. Only I don't know. It cannot be the other way. Cannot workers scold you, right? So and yeah, I think I get angry easily. I'm so used to that. I think it's okay. But after I study all these things, something very surprisingly happened. Your anger just melts. The mental affliction just melts. Very interesting. Not that I don't say that I don't put in the effort. I do put in the effort. I study, I try, I understand. I don't want to create the same karma. But it just happened that now I don't get angry. I can say that my anger like almost 90% gone. I cannot quite get angry. Yeah. Even in very challenging situation. And I sometimes very surprised. Ooh, when I see it, I say, yeah, I want to offer it to my holy guide. Because why? In the previous day, I sure cannot do that. I cannot do that, you see. But a lot of things that I never thought I could do, and I've been able to do it, and I really rejoice because that is the best offering to your teacher, to your holy guide. To be very honest, what they want to see is that you, because of your understanding of what you learn, you respond differently because of your understanding. And this is super, super, super powerful. Okay, I repeat again. We imagine the scenario. Oh, somebody just yell at me for no reason. Number 1, remember that he has no nature coming from his own. He's not a yelling boss from day 1. He's not been yelling every day. Some other day he never yell. He's not yelling every day. He's not a yelling boss from his own side. But I experience he's really yelling at me. 2, think about his emptiness. He really got the emptiness, just I don't see only. Here's the emptiness, it's a blank screen. But I really see him, it's very irritating. I look at this, I really cannot tahan. So number 3, think about why am I seeing that now? Is because of my projection forced upon me by my past karma of something similar that I've done. Like make like, we say, like make like, good come from good, bad come from bad. 中果得果，中果得果. Okay, so never mind. Last time I done like that, then just do a 4 power. Just do a 4 power lah, no problem. They say, oh, I'm so sorry I've done that, yeah, in the past, I'm so terrible. I'm such a, that's not a pleasant feeling that I give to other people. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah? And then think about why you're sorry, because you plant the seed to hurt yourself, which is the 4 power, the basis. Why you're sorry? You're sorry because you realize by now that you plant the seed to hurt yourself. Who are you hurting? You're not hurting the other person, you're actually hurting yourself. By now you realize that, oh yeah, I really regret that. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't be like that, Never mind, don't worry, you're human. We all make mistakes. Yeah. Then number 3, restrain. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I wouldn't want to do that. Don't say ever again, unless you can be very sure. Okay. Otherwise, just say for the 1 hour, 1 day. Okay. Something that you can commit to and keep your commitment, because that is so important and that makes it so powerful. If you say you're going to do it and then you didn't do it, you can imagine what kind of seed that you plant, isn't it? So we want to make small promise that we say, okay, I'm not very sure 1 hour I can remember. No, okay, let's make it 10 minutes. Okay, fine. 10 minutes. Just remember the 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes, I remember that. Yeah, there's another thing. I shouldn't do like that, Just 10 minutes. Don't go meet that person. Then you don't meet. You cut down the chances of you getting angry. Some people just piss you off, right? So you try to avoid first. There is a 50-50 school, remember? 50-50 school. Avoid. They apply the 50-50 school. Next one. Then Do the fourth one will be the opposite action. Antidote, the opposite action. Like today, I'm going to study the scripture for, you set the time yourself, or I'm going to meditate on emptiness, or today I'm going to say something nice to the people. I'm going to praise one person. Okay, because of my harsh speech. Today I want to be very careful. I'm going to praise somebody. Yeah. So you can remember that. Do the 4 power. Depending on how serious your misdeed, how serious your past deed. If it is very serious, if it is a habit, if you did it to somebody, high karmic object, you need to do it many times until you feel that it's clear out from your heart. You're clean. You cannot be doing very serious. Okay, just finish there, no more. Yeah, it will still trouble. It is something inside the subconscious mind. Subconscious mind that will grow and grow and will come back again. So we want to clean it. Okay, so we go back to the yelling boss again. I see somebody yelling at me. Think about, he has no nature of his own. He's not a yelling boss every day. Sometimes it's quite nice, so definitely it's not coming from him. 2, think about his emptiness. He has emptiness, I don't see that. 3, think about, I'm seeing it because it's coming from me, from what I've done in the past. Right? If I have a different karma, it would have been different. If I have a different karma, it would have been different. Sometimes the problem in our life helps us to know where we are, and it helps us to improve. That's why human life is the best, because we got the brain. We can think. And we know, oh, I got this problem now. That's where where I can improve. They help us to improve. Yeah. So if I have a different karma, things would have been different. I got one time, it was I did so much for years, I served, okay, I cut short, I don't want to say so directly. And how someone say something hurts me, I really feel very hurt, to be very honest. I feel very hurt. And then I keep on bringing to the refuge, bring karma emptiness again and again. When I was sharing it in the Batson Buddha retreat, actually I need to hear that, because that is how I experience it. I really feel very hurt by the words, and I keep on playing with the logic, to help me to tone down my mental affliction, my negative emotion. And I also tell myself, if I have a different karma, the person would not say that. And I want to take some responsibility. So I have to build more karma. I need more goodness. I want to do more goodness. I need to collect more and more white seeds, more and more white seeds, more and more white seeds. Yeah. So that's how I motivate myself. Okay, I need more good seeds. Okay, I need more. Okay. Don't beat yourself up. Because also got a lot of nice people. If I don't want to take responsibility, hey, there's also got a lot of nice people in my life, leh. Why should I? Yeah, sure, definitely not my problem. Must be his problem, correct? Not? Then you see, you never learn, never put into practice correctly already. So I can also see in my life actually got a lot of nice people, to be very honest. Okay, 99% of the people very nice. But that one person is the one that helped me to become better. It's not that I like them, but since they're already there, don't stay, don't grasp to that. Take it as a 50-50 school, the path to the problem, 50-50. I can see it as a path instead of a problem. If I have a different karma, it will be different. And then if I want to yell back, I want to fight back, I plant another seed I yell back to meet him again. If I want to meet him again, I can yell back lah, fight back lah. Now plant another seed nah. Let's do it. Chapter 2, episode 2. Fighting escalate to version 2. So if you want to see that person again, do lah. Plant another seed to see it again. Then you become a samsara. Cycle again, the cycle turn, the wheel turn. So if you understand that, with your understanding of emptiness, with the wisdom that we learn, then we try to see that I want to cut the root of this cycle. And so I'm going to respond with wisdom and not react. React means that you do like that and I do like that. That one is react. Now we want to respond with kindness. Respond with kindness. Sorry, respond with wisdom, I should say, not kindness. Wisdom means kindness in a way, okay? Wisdom, respond with wisdom means that I refuse to yell back. I refuse to yell back because of my understanding of the whole situation. And that break that cycle is, I like that picture. I created that picture because it helps me a lot. I like to see this picture on the top right hand. There's this cycle, and each time I think about the emptiness, I use emptiness, I'm putting a stick inside the wheel. If I put more and more stick, which is like a pen, then slowly the wheel of life will stop. This is the cycle. Doesn't mean that you one time you react like that, then you will stop lah. Correct? The wheel will still turn ma. Right? You keep on doing that again and again, again and again. And then you will see that life will be better. Okay. And if you are not convinced with that, forget about karma and emptiness. The fact that you don't yell back already make your life better. The fact that you don't yell back already make your life better. Think about that, isn't it? Last time, after I scold my kids, I cannot sleep at night. I remember when my kid was young that time. Yeah, already. Then at night, who is the one who cannot sleep? I'm the one who cannot sleep. Then I said, oh, I don't know why you feel your mind feel disturbed. You just feel disturbed and it ruins your peace of mind. So forget about all the karma and emptiness. The fact that if you don't yell back, your life already become better immediately. And I like to relate to, I like to connect to what we learn. We say, in the higher school, they say things exist in dependence upon us naming and thinking of them, right? Really, to a certain extent. So sometimes I got some problem lately that I try not to think about that. It kind of like helped me, see? I'm now very busy, to be very honest. I'm so busy with teacher training lah, the LAM lah, completing, rushing to complete lah, before the LAM 2 lah. And then there's so many things. I'm coordinating the ACI teacher training for the Chinese group. And doing presentation lah, my own work lah, board meeting lah, training lah, and the children lah, So, yeah. So that's what I'm trying to say is kind of lost my train of thought. So if you don't yell back, it's already making your life much better. Don't ruin your peace of mind. You can try that. Nowadays, I sleep so well. To be very honest, last night I cannot sleep well every night. I remember when I first learned about this, I learned DCI first. And then every time they talk about it doesn't quite excite me lah. Not to say I'm rich or I got a lot of money or what, but it doesn't quite motivate me. Then I was thinking I learned for so long already, I must also apply ma. I must apply. I try it ma. Okay, I cannot quite sleep at night. So I was thinking, they say cannot sleep at night is because you got no peace of mind. Then you disturb people's peace of mind. And I said, okay, so I disturb people's peace of mind. I accept that. How I disturb people's peace of mind? Maybe what I say is not nice to be, what I say is not good now. I hurt people's feeling. Yeah, I'm very good in that land. That's why I'm number one. 你跟我 fight 讲话，你一定输我的。I tell you okay. 骂架这number 排第一Okay. So so these are the things that I plant the seeds that disturb people's peace of mind, whatever the reason. Last time I always want to argue with my teacher. I said, yeah, okay, worry for your parents' health, understand. Ask my teacher, I said, no teacher, but the person is like that, you know. So I actually say like that is okay because for that reason. Then my teacher keep on trying to tell me that regardless of the situation, then finally only I understand. Because this moment, what I'm doing, I'm planting the seed, regardless of the situation, because of the time gap. 我在卡在那边, I always got stuck at the time gap. I'm always stuck at the situation. This is what the person do to me, so I must do like that, you know. So the time gap. Once you understand the time gap, 那个时间差，你现在种一个种子 you plant a seed. Can you get a tree tomorrow? Rambutan tree? Cannot 吗? Can you get a mango tree tomorrow? Cannot 吗? So I keep on need to brainwash myself again and again. Okay, having the mindfulness awareness that what I'm doing now. Okay, oh, that one already passed on, already ripened as a tree. What I'm doing now. Okay, cannot tahan then 50-50 school. 离开, go away. Don't. If you don't meet, remember 50-50 things exist when they appear to us by virtue of them appearing to our unaffected awareness, means our mind when we perceive it. So don't think, so slowly. And then mind only school is also very helpful when you feel hurt by someone. They say, oh, sad emotion. Last time the person I do like that to him, so now he do like that to me. Okay, then I can accept better. Okay lah, 算了 Okay, 就还回去了. Okay, pay back already. So you feel better. So mind only school, it does help. The lower school, don't think they don't help. They help. They really help. When we say that we are higher middle way, but when things happen in our life, we need to rely on the lower school, and then you will see how valuable is the lower school to bring us up. It will be extremely helpful to learn. Last time we say that when I first said, don't tell me so many schools, just tell me the correct school. I just want to learn the highest school only. Okay, I learn other school for what? Then they say different level of student. Who care different level of student? I'm not teaching what. Okay, then you realize that how useful it is, to you yourself also, and to your students, and to your students. Last time, so if you don't understand, never mind. Just pick one thing like, oh, this one, out of so many, I got this one, catch this one, hold on to that, hold on to your mind and work on that. Don't work on everything. Work on one thing. Understand it. Okay. And then work on another thing. They say, oh, one shot you learn everything. Last time also I'm the one who want to learn everything, then 什么都不是, never mind lah, okay? So once after that something happened, you zoom back to one of them, and then you'll be able to understand better. That's the reason why I can tell you mind only school, Raymond, because I rely on mind only school. When I got problem, I rely on that, and I check with so many teachers on that. This teacher give me the explanation, I'm not happy with that. Until I'm happy already, I get everything. They say, okay, finally I understand mind only school. I think I understand mind only school. Okay, that's the thing. I can't say I understand every school very well, but 它的重点, the main thing, especially mind only school, 50-50 school, the higher school, yes. The lower two school is a bit difficult for me. I don't say I can understand very well lah. 我只做它的重点啦. Okay, but I'm still cooking on that. So come back to the yelling boss. We see the yelling boss yelling at me for no reason. I'm such a great person in the company. I do so much. And the person yell at me there. Oh, so you're very angry, isn't it? Correct or not? But remember, he has no nature from his own. He's not, last time you see him, you say he's okay, what? You say he's a nice person. Then why now today, you say that he's not good anymore? And then number two, he's blank. He has his emptiness, but you don't see it. Remember? Emptiness is like the diamond that you cannot see everywhere. 每个人事物 everywhere got emptiness, but we don't see it. Okay, number three. But why I see that? Why I see that kind of a yelling boss? because it's coming from what I've done in the past. You can do a 4-power and make sure that you try to check your behavior. Because if you don't check your behavior, you don't understand that, your life cannot get better. Why? Because you plant the seed for that and you don't know you plant the seed. You don't take responsibility. And so that thing is going to happen again and again, again and again, again and again. Until such time, you recognize that, yes, I planted this seed. And check, that's why the 6-time book, 3-time book, 1-time book is so important. Because we think we understand ourselves, but we don't really understand what is in our mind. Sometimes I catch myself, I always like to comment a lot on, I always like to talk a lot because just hearing 人家一直讲人家这样子 in the mind, so the mouth never say, but the mind just want to say, 谁好谁不好，怎么不好, shut up. So I need to control that a bit. Okay. So that's the thing. Last time even worse, now improve already. But still God, I can hear the thoughts. Okay? Last time even worse. Now I can hear sometimes nowadays, sometimes. So I always tell myself, I want to plant generous thoughts about someone. To think about somebody, everybody, they're good, everyone is good in everyone, every one of us here. 看到他的好的, that's what I want to do. Okay, so then if I have a different karma, that person will be different. Do you agree with that or not? I like to relate another story. 我离题一下, I got one friend. Her brother is a pastor, a father in the church. Okay, and then the sister, which is 我的朋友啦, my sister, is not in a good relationship with the brother. She always complain about the brother, who is a pastor. Do you pronounce it as pastor? Pastor? Yeah, pastor, right? The sister say, a lot of people like my brother, even give my brother a car. Yeah, and my brother, if got problem, go and help people. But the family problem, but never help the family. Oh, then I was thinking, I relate. Oh, if you have a different seed, you'll be different, isn't it? Can you see that? No? You see the brother is so good, help people, got problem, immediately go and help people. Wow, people can give him a car. Well, all kind of thing. But how come with the sister, it's so different? Why? If we have different karma, would have been different, isn't it? Yeah, so we don't blame ourselves, don't beat yourself up and always think that you're actually a good person. 只是要让我们 recognize 我们可以变得更好, we can become much better. Okay, we can become much better. And then if you want to see that person again, yell back lah, fight back lah. So we don't want, isn't it? With our understanding, we want to break that cycle. Remember the cycle I show you? I like that. We put a pen. Each time you remember that, you actually put a stick into the cycle. And if you put enough stick to that, that cycle will stop. The wheel will stop. So each time you understand emptiness, you respond differently, you're putting a stick inside. I like to think of that way. Every time I think about that, I put another stick, So that helps me to say that, I'm trying to stop this wheel of life. Only through the understanding of emptiness, you will be able to respond with wisdom. Not because someone asks you to do that. You come naturally to do. No, you have to stop. No, sorry, you have to force yourself to do a bit. Sorry, you cannot naturally, because our natural reaction is not that good after all. We have to understand with wisdom. Because of our understanding of emptiness, I want to do that. Of course, sometimes it's not by choice, but by struggling with the mind, by trying to be nicer, to respond better, already plant an extraordinary seeds for you to be able to do it better and better, better and better in the future. Like sometimes I know that I don't want to talk to them. Then you say, you like cannot be very friendly. But then you still say something. Is that okay for you? Then you still ask, you still do the right thing. So my guide will be, what should I respond? What should I say? Always nowadays it's not about me. I always tell myself, it's not about you. It's not about you. It's not about you. It's not about do the thing, do the right thing, plant the right seed, collect the white seed, collect the white seed, collect the white seed. It's like I'm the one going and collect the white seed. Like Doraemon, just collect the white seeds. Okay, that will help you. You can try to apply in your life. You know why they use the yelling boss in you can have any problem, but you can apply the same whole concept into the problem that you see. It will help you. So this question come up in your homework. They say, suppose you can understand that there is no self, means a self-existent boss who want to yell at you for no reason. How does that help you stop your bad emotion and reach freedom? Okay, I read out. Suppose that your boss yell at you at work. If you understand that no self exists, you understand that this unpleasant experience is not coming from his own side, like I say, number one. Rather, he's like an empty screen, two. And you are forced by your own past karma to see him as bad, three. Someone else in the room who has better karma may be seeing this as a pleasant experience. For example, thinking that the boss is kindly correcting an employee to help them improve. Okay, I say if you have a different karma, you'll be different, right? Someone else will see that the boss is so nice there, see 在教那个人呢, teaching him, right? When you realize this fact, you realize that if you yell back at the boss, you will make new bad karma that will make you see him yelling again in the future. You want to see him yelling again? Plant another seed. Being an educated Buddhist, you realize that the best course of action is to respond kindly and patiently. If you keep up this way of behaving, you will fairly quickly reach nirvana. And that is possible. All the problem in our life that we see is because whenever we have a negative emotion, it is because we are focusing on a self-existent thing. We are focusing on a gacha. We are focusing on something, a non-existent thing, rather than seeing it as a result of our karma. If you can see the emptiness of it and see as a result of your karma, and just like you apply back just now the 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, apply back that one. Every time apply that, you will help you to eventually get out of all your negative emotion. Why? Because they say nyonmong, clash up, negative emotion, and the wisdom, they cannot go hand in hand. They cannot. If you have wisdom, the negative emotion cannot stay. It will melt the negative emotion. If you have negative emotion, it's because you lose your wisdom. But don't wait until your anger is so big, negative emotion is so huge to apply that. Small thing. That's why keeping your book is so important. When the negative emotion is so strong, this thing cannot help. You don't talk to people about the pen when people are sad. Okay? Don't talk about it because it's your karma, it's your projection. Don't say that. Give them a hug. Tell them this thing will pass. The first school. Okay? Tell them that you have no control over your husband, your son. Second school. Tell them it's because 以前你欠他的，现在你要还回去。Okay? Last time you do like that, now you pay back lah. Okay, 3. People feel better. 4. You can take it as a path. Okay, don't tell people the first, everything come from you, everything is your projection, is your pen. Then people, cannot take it and you cannot help them also. Okay, so the different school is very, very valuable and useful. Now only I see that I want to thank all of you because of the opportunity to share. I worked really hard to check and study. Okay, I'm going to end the last verse. Okay, last 2 verses. Let me finish this last 2 verses. Verse 13. In addition, the appearance prevents the existence extreme, emptiness that of non-existent. And if you see how emptiness show in cause and effect, you'll never be stolen off by extreme views. What they're trying to say is that if you understand interdependence, remember the whole thing is about interdependence to help us to understand emptiness, then you will not fall into the extreme views. The extreme views, I want to just read out to you. I won't explain. This one we will learn in later ACI course. In middle way, there are 4 full distinctions. I just read out to you. Nothing exists naturally. but not that nothing exists at all. Everything exists merely by convention, but everything exists without existing naturally. This one we will talk about that in later ACI course. And let me finish verse 14. When you grasp as well as I the essential points of each of the three principal paths explained, then go into isolation, my son, make mighty efforts and quickly win your ultimate wish. As you once you already understand this well enough, then go into isolation, make mighty efforts and quickly win your ultimate wish. It seems that to be talking to me, like, you know, I feel that when this sentence said, should I really go for retreat already? You know, so I say, someone like talking to me, you know. Yeah, actually I'm planning to go into I've done a silent retreat before on my own, completely no lights, no fans, in a total retreat, no food afternoon, everything, the place so isolated, you know, and I wanted to experience that again this year. So I'm planning for that. I think it's very valuable. Don't go for that. Don't jump into that immediately. Okay. I'll talk about that next time. Okay. So that's the last question they normally ask you. I want to bring it to the next class. I don't have enough time. I don't want to talk halfway. So the key thing is, I just want to share the one last, just now the slide that says that everything is possible. There's one very beautiful quote here. Even those who live as bugs, flies, gnats, and even germs reach matchless, heart-won Buddhahood if they really make an effort. And if they can do it, you can do it too. Why is that possible? I tell you, while preparing for this class, I found one very beautiful quote could explain that. I want to talk about that next week because I don't want to talk halfway. I don't think I have time for that. And I want to share with you because I found that, wow, the link, you know, because last time they tell me, I said, how could that be, you know? I know I've got potential, but that one, isn't it too much to say that, isn't it? But I found the link there, is it? So I'm going to share that in the next class. Okay, last one. Next class, we will be doing the review. And you have the question assigned to you. If someone is absent, it's okay, no worries. I just put your name there. Then someone else will do it. Okay? So it's to plant the seed to become a teacher in the future, to be able to share this with others because it's so valuable. Don't think it's impossible. When my teacher tell me that, I said, then my teacher also assign like that from the beginning. And every time we finish one course, the teacher will assign. Then we say, let's get to teach that. Then the teacher say, never mind, just try. You can look at the answer, no problem. Then the first time when we don't know, everybody just read and just read on it, you know. Yeah. Okay. It's okay. You can just read from your answer key, no problem. Okay. So that will be our last class. Next session, next week will be our very final one. Okay, let's do a quick dedication. Let's close our eyes. Comfortably think about the goodness that we have done. Be very, very happy that we learned something. And this something is going to break the way, our mode of thinking that caused all the suffering in our life. And be very, very happy with that we put in the time, the effort. Just by trying alone is super, super, super powerful. And recall your holy guide. They are so happy with you. Offer them this gemstone of goodness. Imagine you can hold in your hands. Offer it to them. They are so happy. They accepted it, bless it, and they carry it back into your heart. Feel it there in your heart. feels so good that we want to keep it. And so we want to share with everyone. And we are going to send out the first exhale to the person at the beginning of the class that we want to help. The second exhale, send it to everyone you love. And the third exhale to send to everyone who have seen you, everyone you have seen in every corner of the universe. See them all filled with this goodness. Something awakened inside them because of the ripples that you made. And when you're ready, bring your attention back to the space here and open your eyes. Thank you for being here. Be very, very happy. Thank you, Jenny, for your kind words. Okay, love you
Thank
all.
you,
Love you
teacher.
too. Please stay.
Thank you,
Okay,
Thank
teacher.
you.
I'll see you
teacher.
next week. Okay?
Teacher, I just
welcome.
want to have teacher, I just have a quick question. Just how you say
Okay.
when the karma, bad seed is planted, is already in the past, is it?
When we
Let's say
see the
bad seed.
thing when we see, are you saying, am I right to understand that the thing that we see, the yelling boss, right?
Correct.
Is it, you're saying the yelling boss is from the past seed? Is that your question?
No. Just how you say that
Then,
there's a three school, right? The first school say that, let's say if the thing already happened, it's already in the past, is it? That's how you say your explain, you say that the thing happened is already in the seed they planted is already in the past. The
I
best seed that
don't
you already.
remember which context or which one. I don't know which context you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh, because that's how you say, okay, you say the first one, like you say the seed planted already in the past, so that we don't create every time we see emptiness, is we shoot the arrow in the wheel of life lah. Before that, you say something like that. Before that, you
Yeah.
say something like what?
I don't remember the exact context. Yeah, but each time when I remember the wisdom, when I respond with wisdom, I'm kind of like shooting. I'm kind of shooting something into the wheel of life, because the wheel of life is the one that recreate our samsara
Yeah.
experience.
Yes.
Yeah. So when I
Yes.
put because of my wisdom, the stick is put inside, and that as time goes by, I'll be able to more and more be able to respond with wisdom and eventually stop this wheel of life.
Yeah. That one actually you can buy you can buy those kind arrow board.
Oh, nice.
You can buy
Nice.
those then you can shoot it every time you plant white seed, you can shoot on the board.
Oh,
But that's why I think of that. It's a good idea to go and buy the board like
yeah,
people play in the bar one.
yeah.
But
Nice,
before
nice.
that you say, that's why I think of that. But before that you say something like the seed that you the karma that you make already in the past. That's why it's a time gap, right? You say it's a time gap, right?
Yeah, yes, there's a time gap. Everything that is happening right now, they are already the past. The past it created. Yeah. So yeah, they're already past it. So if the next moment I respond, the next moment I respond, the next moment I respond, plant the new seed for my future experience. And when I stop yelling at the person, I respond with kindness. But will the person yell at me? Maybe yes, maybe no. Yeah, yell back. Why? Because of the time gap. You say, hey, I'm so kind, and then I respond with kindness, but he still yell back at me. Because of the time gap.
Time gap. But you do that in the past lah.
Yes.
You do that in the past already.
Yes. And now the new seed that I plant cannot ripen the next moment. But we always misunderstand. We thought that 你看我对 Jensen 好一点，你看他都没有一点 respond。Then you feel like that, then you take that as the conclusion. 跟他好都没有用啊。You jump to that conclusion. But try, it's a practice. Try to remember my response right now, plant the very good seed, the white seed that have ting, 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 be very happy, ting, 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 ting. Remember, even though Jensen show his sour face, yeah, but he show his sour face is from my past reaction. 以前人家对我好 treat me nice also, and my face like that what? 我都 not grateful that I show that kind of face. For me to see that kind of face right now. Yeah, but what I'm planting right now, there's a time gap for me to see that Jensen, they respond very well to me.
Saying about that, just now I was having dinner at a coffee shop. Behind me, there's an uncle keeps scolding the wife, non-stop, bro. I feel like telling him, can you stop scolding your wife or not? I really, then I don't know. I said, should I do that or should I not do it? Wow, he's too much, scold non-stop. I sit there 15 minutes. He never stop it, at all, no. So I pity the wife. The wife just sit there, like want to cry. No. Oh, I said, this one.
There's one thing we also learned that when even though we know that things is coming from our projection, from our seeds, doesn't mean that we allow people to hurt us. Doesn't mean that if people beat you, hurt you, right? You just let it, my karma lah, Like people want to kill you, nama lah, stand there, like, my karma lah. No, you have to run. Okay, you have to escape. Okay.
Yeah, the poor wife just sit there, let him scold until he keep telling the wife, if you do that, I'll send you, you want to, if let's say you're not happy, you go to a police station, keep saying this type of thing, no. I feel like telling him that. I think I feel like telling him that if you don't stop it, I'll bring you to the police station. Yeah, he's the one that keep telling people what to do.
Yeah, I can understand it. Yeah, there's many sides to seeing that, So
Yeah.
it's difficult to comment.
Correct.
But
That's why I
if
control
the
myself.
person is being hurt, injured, let's say I see Jensen beat another girl, isn't it? Then I have to stop him. That's the thing, you see. But if not, there are other things. Jensen say, I mean, no, I didn't do that kind of thing. I know you won't do it.
But let's say
If you do that kind, we have to stop.
verbal. Okay, if verbal abuse, can we stop it?
You have to use your wisdom, your judgment, to see if that really inflicts some injury or going to hurt the person. Other than that, it's difficult for us to judge. Maybe the wife like it then, then enjoy the husband.
No, she's so pitiful, no. She just keeps stare him at the blank, no. Like want to cry, stare him at the blank, want to cry. I feel like giving him a slap, no, really, no. There's too much, no. In the public, you do this type of thing.
Yes, Raymond can help. Give your point of view.
No, I got another question I want to ask.
Okay.
I thought Raymond is more experienced.
Okay, anyway, the question is, we shouldn't interfere because I got this same incident in the airport. Okay, it's our environment, but it doesn't mean you can go and interfere in the sense of how well you know your seat is enough to handle the situation. You won't know. Okay, everyone the seat is so different. So you go, you may get hantam bola, or you go like you nobody
I'm also
knows.
afraid I can hantam bola. Yeah.
So that's the reason. Normally we don't do unless it's like life threatening. Yeah, that is it's another issue.
Yeah. Also,
okay.
I truly agree with what Raymond said. Unless it's life threatening, it doesn't. You have to do that long. If not, then another way you can do is to call police lah. You can call if you.
No lah. I mean, normally this sort of thing is husband and wife. You just
don't
see how lah. You must be very sure your seat is so powerful you can interfere.
Yeah, that's why we don't know whether the next moment what's going to happen also.
You have to see the situation very specific. We can't say yes or no. if you think with your wisdom, you use your wisdom, you see the situation that you can say something and you're not going to get hurt, it's going to, if there's really warrant you to do something, something very like if it's going to inflict injury to the other person, then you can use your wisdom, you may do so. If not, then we sometimes, we don't really know what is happening now, between couples, spouse, we really don't know what's happening. Maybe people enjoy nagging, quarreling among each other. You've never seen couples, you go and say something, then after that, 和好了, you see? Okay. So unless you feel that it's really like life-threatening or it's going to inflict some injury to that lady, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Thanks,
Yes,
thanks
but it's good to have
thanks
some
for
concern.
giving me
Yeah.
the wisdom. Thanks. Yeah.
I
Okay,
actually once,
thanks.
Angela, you're very quick to that. Once in public transportation, I actually did stand up because they didn't queue up. Then I said, can you please queue up? I was like, so then I was asking, why am I so daring? They kept queue. I said,
That's good. That's good.
can you please queue up? I was so daring. After I said, later kena. I said, but at that point in time, I really want to say that, and I think I can control, and I think I can kind of like, I feel that I'm able to do that. And they actually
I
follow
think,
after that.
yeah, I think last time I don't dare to say, but now I dare to say that if people they didn't queue, I dare to say.
Yeah.
Last time I don't dare to say. Yeah.
But I'm very happy that you are concerned about your environment, because right now also I wanted to plant concern about my environment. Got one time, last time when got accident, we only watch see what is the number, who got injured, got people
correct,
die or not.
correct.
But nowadays I tell myself I must stop my car. So actually I make it a point that day I saw an accident, so I stopped the car. For the first time in my whole life, I never done that. And I feel so proud of myself. I'm so happy I'm doing something right, And then wait until the ambulance came. I'm so happy. It was drizzling. So I was holding the umbrella
Wow.
for that Malay, So that's the thing. So I feel
Wow.
I feel that I feel I want to do something like that. Like I've really regretted my past action. I just see, and then see. Okay, that's
Yeah,
it.
in the
But
past
I
we are
want
like
to
that,
do
lor.
something differently.
Yeah. Do you know that I feel like telling him off until when I go back, I keep turning my head over. Should I go and call the police? Should I go back and tell him off or not? I keep turning back, no. Then then in the end I hold myself back. I said, yeah, better do not.
Use your wisdom and you decide.
Yeah,
Okay,
lor.
I think Raymond, your question, is it you can hold it to the next session or you want to ask now?
And no problem next week.
Next session,
Yeah,
because
no
I don't
problem.
want to keep our ACI volunteer here for too long.
Okay,
thank you so much, Svelana, for being
Thank
here,
you.
for helping us.
Thank you,
I know
teacher.
Jensen
Thank
also
you.
want to ask
Thank you,
question. Jensen,
teacher.
keep your
Thank you.
question. Next session I'll answer. Okay. All right. Okay. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye. Have a
Richard.
nice
Thank you.
day.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Zen.
Bye everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.